Dun, 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 dun. I've been working so hard. I'm punching my card. 8 hours for what? What's up? Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Conversations, and thank you very much for joining me once again, because today we are going to be talking about something that seems like a very common topic these days. In fact, even in the business world, there's quite a number of research papers about it in relation to the performance and satisfaction of employees. And if you're guessing, you've probably guessed it right. It's about work-life balance. Yes, it is something that people ask me about often, and something that I am interested in, which is evident in the fact that it's my topic in one of my research college papers. Why, you might ask? Because I almost always have to deal with a ton of things, yet I still manage to have my fun. Yes. But before I continue, here is a snippet from my senior high school graduation speech. In anything that I am involved in, I don't just work. No, I also have fun. It's all about balance. I know, I had just graduated from high school then, and you might be wondering why on earth I mentioned work-life balance. It's just high school. It's not even that hard. You have no idea what college is like. But actually, senior high school was tough for me because I was going for dual qualifications, one of which is a UK qualification. So while I was taking up grade 12 subjects, I was also working on some first year college subjects. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, I got this question on Instagram asking me, how do you manage your sleep-work balance? I wouldn't exactly call it a balance for myself. See, I had to juggle schoolwork, church media work, and student council or other organization duties. So my days were always packed with meetings and some other stuff that I just have to deal with or have to be present in. So the only time I really got to work was at night, actually, even until now. There were definitely months when I only had an average of 4 hours of sleep, and days when I had no sleep at all. That's very bad. Well, this is primarily because I work best at night when everything and everyone is quiet. And I always want to get things done way ahead of time. So if you're like me who works best at night, I find that it helps to take a 30-minute to a 2-hour nap. It really depends. And then wake up at the time that you find it best to work. Just pick an alarm that really annoys you, or just find someone who can wake you up. Although now, I think most people are working from home, and those who are giving out tasks feel like you're always available or that you have all the freaking time in the world, which you don't, right? It's like now you have more to do, so it's difficult to separate your work or schoolwork from your personal life. Trust me, I've already experienced this. But then I think you just have to realize that there are certain times when you can strike a balance between your work and personal life, and there are times when you cannot. Time management really plays a big part in all of this. So, I'll be giving you 3 tips, or whatever you want to call them, in striking a balance between work and life. First and foremost, know your priorities. It all boils down to knowing your priorities, which will help you discern what you have to say no to, which will then help you manage your time better, which I said earlier is important. Now, that second point, saying no to some tasks or projects that are offered to you will greatly help you. You can't say yes to everything, bruv. It's totally fine to say no to some stuff if you can or are allowed to, because you're only human. No, I don't want to sing it. And you have your limits, which leads to my second point, which is set realistic goals. Don't overwork yourself. Although I am still trying not to overwork myself because I am quite a workaholic. But once you suffer burnout, it'll be hard to snap out of it. I believe that I experienced burnout just recently, and I thought that I would never ever create again, which was very scary for me because I identify as a creative person, and that's where I see myself in the future, what I see myself doing in the future. So that was really scary for me. In relation to my first tip, there are some things though that you really have to do, such as schoolwork, so you can't have their deadlines changed. So put these at the top, people, of your to-do list. You can't really have it easy, so yes, you have to reduce your Netflix time, YouTube, or gaming time. It is possible to reduce your stress if you've got your priorities straight and you set out to achieve or attend to them. Having a schedule and sticking to it is key. So it doesn't really matter if you have a schedule and you don't stick to it. You have to stick to your schedule, guys. It can't just be on paper. You have to act it out, bring it to life. Last but not the least, this is my favorite: rest and have some fun. Although my friends often have to remind me about this because, as I said earlier, I tend to just keep going, but do get some rest, my dear children. As I said in my speech, don't just work. Have some fun. Put rest into your schedule if you have to. My gosh, I have to put rest into my schedule because I really won't if I don't. If it's not on my schedule, it ain't happening. I'm not really a very spontaneous kind of person. Anyway, resting is also believing that God will come through and that He's got your back. We can't accomplish all these things that we set out to do or that we have to do without His help and His strength. We just have to rest in His promises. Trust that He will come through with His plans for us, because His plans for us are to prosper us and not to harm us, plans to give us hope and a future. There is hope, people. So have faith because He is always faithful. There you have it. My 3 tips in striking a balance between work and personal life is just remember that you can't really always strike a balance between them. Like I said earlier, there are good days and bad days, of course, but just keep pushing through. But don't forget to rest because God's got your back. So know your priorities, set realistic goals, and let loose, foot loose, get some rest, honey.
A lot of people don't like, nobody really wants to have bad experiences, right?
Yeah.
Nobody really does, but that's what makes you a better person. It's not always it can't always just be rainbows and butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for watching another episode of Conversations. Join the conversation by leaving your thoughts and questions in the comments, and be there at the premiere of the next episode so we can live chat. Give this video a like, turn on them post notifications, and stay connected by following me on my socials. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace!